I'm super excited to hear from Christine. Let me just make sure this is recording. Christine is going to talk to us, and then we were invited from now on to all of the Bombshell Dynasty calls, so that is super exciting, and I'll talk about that when I start this here. Let's do this here. Screen. Whoa. All right, I'm going to make this big, even though it doesn't take up the whole screen. All right. Thank you guys for jumping on tonight. I'll make it really big. Let's see. Yay. Okay. Just mute your computers if you don't mind, just to avoid the background noise. But I'm just going to go through a few things for the new coaches that may be on the call tonight. And if you're a brand new coach, thank you so much for jumping on our team call. The new coach training started today. Lots of live videos are going up. We have a new coach planner that we made, and they printed it out. If you are not a new coach, if you are a seasoned coach and you want to sort of refresh yourself or you want a guide, I highly recommend printing this out. It is a great way to, you know, get started or refresh yourself as to what you should be doing every day. There's a nice business activity tracker inside. There's a nice little plan your posts. There's a connection, a way to keep track of your connections for the week. So basically you can use this planner, and then there's a few sheets in there that you can print out weekly. So a great guide for you and your new coaches. I would highly recommend using it, showing them, being a role model, showing them how it helps you, but print it out, go buy it. We're going to use it from now on in our training. Also, the team calendar is always up for the month. You don't have to use it. Like some people were saying, when does the next challenge group start? The team-wide challenge group starts always the third Monday of the month. You don't have to use that. Just use it as a guide. If you're just jumping on, if you could just mute yourself. I wish that I could set that up automatically. Maybe I'm going to have to. Coach Opportunity is this week, the sneak peek. If you have challengers that are drinking Shakeology month after month, or if you just have someone new that you think would make a good coach, invite them to the sneak peek. You never know if they're going to want to become a coach or if they're going to want to take advantage of the discount unless you ask, right? You're never going to grow your team unless you ask. The sneak peek is a group. It's going on this week. And then every third Thursday of the month, we run a team-wide live opportunity event. And there are some coaches in the team that started running their own live events, and that's awesome. I already said the New Coach University started today. It runs every month, the first Monday of the month, but it's self-paced if you want to jump in and do it on your own if you're a brand new coach. Or if you have a new coach that starts, you know, the second or third week of the month, they don't have to wait for it. Your next challenge group, even though, you know, it might start next Monday or the Monday after, you should always be promoting. Every single time you post something related to fitness or even nutrition, you should be posting, there should be some sort of call to action at the end. Like, I can't wait to share this in my challenge group, or I can't wait to learn more in my challenge group, or I can't wait for my next challenge group to start next Monday. I have 2 spots left. If you're, you know, wanting to join me, or it's so much fun, I'd love to have you. Always have something to lead them to a question of, maybe I should join them, or what is this great thing she's talking about? Don't just be like, oh yeah, I made a nice meal again. Well, why? Why did you make a nice meal? You can't wait to go share it in your challenge group. Or, you know, you got this idea from someone in your challenge group. Always have them, you know, wondering and wanting to ask you a question. The Monday calls, I updated it there. Every first and third, if you see there, we have our all-team call and the Bombshell Dynasty call. The second and the fourth Monday of the month, we were invited, the Diamonds on the team were invited to the Diamond Dynasty, the Bombshell Dynasty. Lindsay Matway is also going to be hosting a call for all the Diamonds within her downline. So generous of her. So every single Monday, she invited us to come on her calls. These are just some tips that you guys can read through. If you're a new coach and you want to screenshot this, go right ahead. I'm not going to read through it because I really want to get to Christine and I don't want to be late to the Bombshell Dynasty, but these are just some tips for staying successful as a coach. This is some new stuff. I already talked about the new coach packet. Make sure you print it out. The All Access Challenge Pack, it's not new, but it is the best, and it's ongoing at that price until at least mid to end August. A new thing is the Shakeology Challenge Pack for $130, and it's a great way to get your All Access people to upgrade or to add Shakeology, and you get your 2 Success Club points, which is an awesome deal. What started on June 1st is our free 14-day trial. It's different than our free 30-day trial. The 30-day trial that we used to have only had a very limited amount of programs. It only had the older programs and any program that maybe you had purchased in the past. Now, it's a 14-day trial of the All Access, so everything. You should be pumping this hard right now, because if they enroll starting today, and I went live in my free group today talking about this. Today, if they enroll in this, they get 7 days free, and then Sean Week starts a week from today, so they will get the entire Sean Week for free. So I would be promoting the heck out of this. Any person that's ever reached out to you before, I would be saying, hey, now is the time. I'm running a free group. You can have a free trial of the All Access. I'm going to do Sean Week next week, 7 days. I've had so many people ask me, what do I need for Sean Week? Do I need weights? I don't know. I don't think you do. I mean, I think it's pretty much all cardio every day for 7 days. And the challengers are like, what do you mean you don't know? I'm like, seriously, like these workouts are brand spanking new. I even know one of the coaches that's in the program, and I asked her and she would not tell me. So it's all brand new. Every single day it's going to be a surprise. And they did this on purpose. They did this in a timely progression. They launched UV2, now they're launching Sean Week, and then they're getting and gearing up for Shift Shop in mid-July, which I may have a call. I may speak on the next all-team call about Shift Shop. So look forward to that, because as many of you know, I am in the test group, and it is not just a physical program. It is so personal and internal and mental that I can't wait to share that with all of you, but I'm going to save that for next week. And then some of you that checked your Coach Online office, there's a sale started today on older Beachbody stuff. Like if you looked in your Coach Online office, there's a few things. There's a few Shakeology containers that are on sale. There's a few older DVD programs. So take a look at that. If you have anybody that you're trying to get interested and they just don't want to spend, you know, a ton of money, and they want to buy like hip hop abs for $20, they can. So check that out. As always, I get asked at least 3 times a week how to order a tank. There is a link on the website. There is a link in the files. The team gear is ongoing. You can order it. We don't do the team-wide orders anymore, so just go in. You can order tanks and headbands and water bottle labels, and they're all local people that we know within the team. It's either a friend of a friend or a coach, so definitely check all of that out. This is just a snapshot of our team calls for, you know, everything that stays pretty consistent for our team, the team calls, the coach opportunities, and then that's a guide for you for running your groups if you want to screenshot that or check it out. But I really just want to get to Christine. And I hope I can, okay, let's see. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to, I'm going to make it big again. I just want to make sure. Christine is our speaker tonight. Christine is a diamond coach. She's a full-time school social worker. So she manages to be an amazing coach at the same time as a full-time job. She's also a mom of 3. She is an avid soccer player and a runner, and a pretty flippin' fantastic runner, where she places and earns medals for her age groups. She started off actually as a one-on-one challenger of mine. She was one of those friends that called up and said, hey, I have the 21-day fix I borrowed from someone. Can you help me? And I was like, oh, so you want to be like a free customer and I'm not going to get anything? Sure, I'll help you. So I did. I helped her one-on-one, and now she's a freaking fantastic coach. So you never know. You don't want to tell someone, I'm not going to help you. Every single person deserves a chance, whether they buy something from you or not. And she also didn't think she could coach. She said, I don't think I can grow my own team. I'm never going to stray from the Flawless Empire. And now she is the co-founder of her very own team, Team Crush. She's killing it. She's a 365er Golden Scoop and a 2-year Shakeology Golden container. And look at her now. So I am going to stop sharing my screen so I can see you because I can't see you. There you are. So take it away, Christine.
I just have to say that was pretty funny to hear that. I don't know. I just type of introduction. So thanks, Lori.
Sure.
Am I echoing through you? I just hear a big echo. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about personal development and really the transition of being a challenger to a coach to a team leader. And for me, it was, really that progression. And I just wanted to start by sharing a little bit of my journey. I know Lori shared a little bit with you guys, but those of you that didn't know me, when I started, I was about close to 60 pounds heavier than I am now. I was 60 pounds overweight. I was scared of failing. I knew I needed the change, but I was so afraid of the bumps in the road that I figured I just would not do it at all, because if I didn't do it, then I couldn't fail. But thanks to, Lori and my accountability groups, I really learned the tools that I needed to have in order to be successful and to lose over 50 pounds. I still struggle with that 5 pounds up and down, but I'm so comfortable and happy where I am now. And it's because I learned how to eat right, how to work out right. I have my shake every day. Like Lori said, for 2.5 years, I have not missed a day. My husband hasn't missed a day either. He just got his scoop too. But the biggest thing for me was learning how to let go of those bad days and push through things where oftentimes I was so afraid of failing that I didn't want to try in the first spot. And personal development is so key and has been so key to me as a challenger, as a coach, and as a team leader. And I really separate coach and team leader because I think that there is such a huge mental mind game and difference with that I'll talk about in a minute. But for those of you who have challengers that are just starting out, or if you're just starting out, the books like The Slight Edge and The Compound Effect were game changers for me. And for me, that really came with the vision of things. And that's a huge part as a challenger and as a coach, is visioning what it's going to look like when you're successful. And for me as a coach and as a team leader, I visioned myself helping people very easily as a coach because I'm a school social worker. I'm a social worker. I love helping people, but I didn't ever vision myself successful at being a team leader. I saw what Lori was doing and I was like, there's no freaking way I can do this. But again, through the personal development, it really helped me. So in the beginning, like I said, I did The Slight Edge, The Compound Effect and stuff like that. And I focused on my daily actions that I needed to have done. Again, the vision is key, but focusing on the daily actions. And those books and those types of personal development really teach you about consistency and how key it is. Learning about the top 5% in that book, The Slight Edge, is insane, because then once you understand it and you look back, you're like, oh my God, it really is true. We hear all the time that there's no magic sauce, and there really isn't. So then I went on to the books about facing fear, and that really started to help push me out of my comfort zone. That was so scary, but it's so true. And it goes back to us as challengers. When you think about it, stepping out of our comfort zone and letting go and just following a plan, somebody else's plan, and saying, okay, hopefully this will work. We know that it's successful. We know that when we step outside of our comfort zone, we're all here because we were successful as challengers. Now you have to believe in that success as a coach as well. And this was a huge game changer for me, going to a coach to a team builder and a team leader. I'm very lucky, I had Carrie Yulee as my success partner, and, the coaches with both of us together, have created such a great inner team network. And we really share those ideas with each other. But reading books and doing personal development on being successful at your own business and understanding, that you can do it. I forget which book it was, but they talked about, let it be a problem that you have too many appointments in one day, or you have too many challengers to get back to. And I was like, oh my God, why am I thinking of this? I kept having the wrong thought process to it, and being able to vision the fact that I can be successful. And, we talk about it a lot on our team calls, about that, and really trying to vision those things, and be able to reach outside your comfort zone with that part as well. And like I said, I think the big difference between being a coach and being a team leader was that mindset of having the focus of building on and being successful. And we have so many resources here. But it goes back to, again, as being a coach is the exact same things. And that's where we went, where there's no magic sauce, is it's the same thing as a challenger. We had to show up every day as a challenger. We had to write down our goals every 3 weeks as a challenger. We have to do the exact same thing as a coach. And, we invite to challenge groups. But another thing, I forget, Laura, you had mentioned it a few months ago, and for some reason it stuck to me then. I'm sure you mentioned it a gazillion times, but inviting to the coach opportunity. And it was on one of the mastermind calls with Craig Daigle, and he talked about starting with that. Start with going, to anybody that that is like us. For me, I'm a mom of 3. My husband and I both have really good jobs, but living on Long Island, it's so financially difficult that I wanted to relieve that stress. I wanted to be able to have that choice for myself. And, that's another thing when you go to the vision as your coach, once you can really dig deep to the why, and for me as a challenger, I never wanted to be stuck again in any of the feelings that I had for a long time. And as a coach, my why is I don't ever want to be stuck and not have the choice to do something again, just because I have a family of 5. I want to be able to move forward and do those things. And I think of that, and I vision every single day the house that I'm building upstate, every day. And I know it's coming, So being able to have that gives you that focus. And, once you have that why, there's no turning back. And it's just been such an amazing journey with everybody here. Everybody has the potential to be as successful as, Lori is, and everybody else. And Lindsay Matway, whose call we're going to be on, I met her a few weeks ago. It was crazy. When I started off as a challenger, I never thought that would happen. But last year I saw Lori and everybody starting at that opening ceremony. I was like, that's it. The next day I bought my ticket. I said, I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to do it. And again, having that focus and having that why is the huge game changer. And personal development is the thing that keeps you going through it. I read 10 pages a day. That's it, 10 pages. But I haven't stopped since I started, and I'm on book 30 or something. It's crazy. So that's all I have. Sorry.
No, that's good. I had to unmute myself. No, you're so true. And I feel like the days that I'm not feeling it, or I'm just, we all have our good and bad days, but it's always, I didn't do personal development today. Even if it's just listening to, and I subscribe to Darren Daily because I fell in love with him from the Compound Effect. And I get that Darren Daily email, and it's like a 2-minute or 5-minute video. And even if you just watch that, you did personal development for the day. I actually just started reading a book with my kids over the summer. It's a personal development for kids. So like on days that I miss my own, at least I have that with them. But It's so true. You almost have to have that section that tells you it's okay to, I'm just going to mute that phone, that tells you it's okay, keep going. We don't have those people every day that are cheering us on, and the books, they kind of do. Like You're a Badass. It's reread that one also like 3 or 4 times when you're not feeling it. And also, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I just finished reading her one, You're a Badass at Making Money, the new one that just came out. I just finished reading that one. And the one that I just started now, On Resolution, the first 4 pages, I usually highlight the little bits of things that I highlighted the entire first 4 pages, because it was, I think, probably each one of our stories repeated over and over again. It was crazy.
It's amazing. I know. I forgot what I was going to say about personal development, but it's just, we all need it. We all need it. Some of us get it in different ways. You don't have to actually sit down and read. You can do, the Audible, or I like to do the free Overdrive app. You can connect your library card and you can check out books. I think I have 5 on hold. And then as they come available, it's funny because they're in your account for 21 days. Why is everything 21 days? Like, you have 21 days to read the book. It's like, really? Come on. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
There's different ways.
What?
No, you were just saying there's different ways. And, I'll go on to the Team Beachbody podcast and just listen to other coaches' success stories, or going into the different groups or the trainings and reading them again, or, even just doing a meditation, or, it doesn't have to be reading every day, but putting that focus back on yourself, for me anyway, has been a huge game changer.
And it's just like you were saying before, like when you're a challenger in your challenge group, and it's like being a coach, you have to go back to the disciplines of being a challenger. Same thing with personal development. A lot of us think we don't have time for it. We also didn't think we had time for the 30 minutes of exercise, but we fit that in now. It's the same thing, like especially with personal development, if you're not sitting down reading a book, you can listen. Like after this call, I'm going to bring my laptop in on my YouTube, and I'm going to, because it's YouTube, Lindsay Matway's calls are on YouTube, and I'm going to fold laundry while I listen, or I'm going to do something else. I'm going to multitask. Even this, if you're not speaking on the call, like please, like fold laundry, cook dinner, meal prep, help your little baby learn how to stand up. Like multitask. Like that's what, this isn't professional. We don't have to. So do all of this, all that personal development can be done, while you're driving with your headphones or whatever. But I definitely, and it happens on my mastermind calls all the time. Like even Jeff Hill will talk about how that should be the first vital behavior. Like even before being the product and drinking your shake, like personal development, no matter what, like you should every day. And I'm just as guilty. Like it's definitely something that I don't put first. I put like third or fourth, but it really is. Does anyone else have anything they want to share about personal development? Maybe what it's done for you, how you fit it in, any tricks, any great books? Oh, I know what I was going to say while you guys are thinking. You don't have, like, when somebody talks about the next latest and greatest book, like You Are a Badass at Making Money, like I bought it and I'm like, oh my God, I have 3 others that I want to read first. Like we get to that point where we're like, oh my gosh, and we have a stack. Like just have a couple. Don't, put your blinders on, just one at a time. Like Christine said, 10 pages a day, no matter what. Like she may have 3 other books, but 10 pages a day, no matter what. Listen to podcasts while walking the dog. Yeah, perfect.
Lori.
Yes.
Also, because we talk about personal development all the time, and we're like personal development junkies, but it doesn't always have to be like monumental. I need to totally revamp my life. It can be little things. Like I do personal development, like I read parenting books, like developing myself as a better parent, because even when you're doing things like that, it helps you be more relatable to other people, to your challengers, and have more things to share. So everything that you do that's just making you better, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a personal development book. Like my daughter had acid reflux, and it started when she was 5, so it's kind of odd. So I researched and I found a book about acid reflux that really helps her. But what was super cool about it was that it went along with everything that we're doing and we're teaching people to do about eating clean. So basically it was just reinforcing everything that we do and making me a little bit more knowledgeable about nutrition and certain foods. So even though I was doing it for her, it helped me as a coach as well, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting you said that, because while I was looking for some other books on my Overdrive app, I came across a parenting skills book, and that's what I've been listening to while I'm waiting for these other ones to come available. And, it's not one that I would have looked for, but gosh, it's so good. I'm on like chapter 3, and it's all about just relating to your kids and, how to be a better parent, and totally what all of us need that have kids. So yeah, totally agree. And, what else? Somebody else said something. Oh, Shalene. Yep. She's great to listen to. And that's total personal development.
I think, Lori, using those types of other books too are great for, having other conversations with other people, which are starters, or those free groups. Sometimes we're hesitant to invite to our challenge group to start, but inviting to a free group is so much easier. Hey, I want to share some awesome information I have with you, so gaining all of that different knowledge can be used also.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. So anything else? So the way that the Lindsay Matway call starts, it's a YouTube, much like last night, I believe, the Chris Downing call. You guys, the link was a YouTube link, right? I had to get on a Google chat. But yeah, it's the same thing. It's live. It's there. And then if you want to share it with your teams or anyone who isn't on, you just grab that same link. It's a live. You know, the only thing is that people can't interact. That's why I'm not looking into that, because I like to be able to talk to you guys this way. I do have a 50-person limit, and we're getting up there, which is fantastic. So yeah, so that's the Lindsay Matway call. We can jump off of this call and go to that. It's going to be great because it's her talking. I could listen to her forever. But let's take a picture. We have a couple screens here, and this is a great. All right, 1, 2. Oh, definitely get the kids in. 1, 2, 3. All right, I got to go to the next screen. And sometimes you're on 2 screens, so you just win. 1, 2, 3. And sometimes you get a lamp. I mean, Angie, it's a pretty lamp. All right, and this is a great thing too. While the call, I'll make it and I'll post it to the page, and then you can share about how, you know, you were on an awesome team call tonight and whatever. It's just a great way to show what you're doing, the behind the scenes, the community, the social aspect, the sisterhood, the family, and brotherhood for any guys. There were some guys on last week. So anyway, thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you, Christine. If anyone has any questions about personal development, she's our gal. So jump on the other link. It's in the team page right under this one. And see you on the call.